Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Brewing with Magic. Well, today we're playing a little bit of Orzhov Control with one of the new cards, Edgar Charmed Groom. And if your opponent doesn't have a way to exile it, they're never getting rid of it. It's a pretty fun card. But before we get into today's deck, if you'll do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It's fast, it's free, but it means the world to me. Also, by the end of this video, will you do me a favor and not only comment, but also rate the video? We get 1 point for both, which helps us get out to a bigger audience. But if you do both of those instead of 2 points, we get 4 points. And I'm pretty sure 4 is better than 2. So let's go ahead and get into this deck. So like I said, it's Orzhov Control. First, let's go into our removal package. We have 4 copies of Vanishing Verse, 3 Blood on the Snows, and 3 Meathook Massacres. So we have a couple of spot removals. Not only is it creature removal, but it's pretty much anything removal as long as it's monocolored permanent, and that includes creature lands other than Faceless Haven, of course, but we have a Field of Ruins to deal with that, not a problem. Then we have a whole bunch of board sweepers. Keep in mind, if your opponent's low on life and you've got a bunch of little creatures out, meat hook yourself and obliterate your opponent that way. Pretty neat interaction. I love that card. Then our draw spells, we have 3 copies of Deadly Dispute. And then we're going to go ahead right into our early game creatures. You're familiar with the package. It's tried, true, strong creatures, 4 Eye Twitches, 4 Shambling Ghasts, and 4 Professor Symbologies. The Eye Twitch and the Professors will help you get into that sideboard. What do we got over here? We have an Academic Probation, Environmental Science, Reduce to Memory, Necrotic Fumes, Pest Summoning, Mascot Exhibition, and Confront the Past. So we've got a nice little sideboard suite there to look through and whatever we need for the current board state. In the middle of the game, we're going to be casting either 2 Fell Stingers or 2 Skullport Merchants, and that's why we only have 3 Deadly Disputes in the deck, is because of the Fell Stinger. So we have plenty of ways to kill our Eye Twitch, to kill our Shambling Gas, and get the value out of those cards with that between the Deadly Dispute and the Fell Stinger. And then we also have 2 copies of Skullport Merchant, which can also kill these and get you a card. Then at the late game, we have 4 copies of Lolth. You know exactly how that works. And then we have 3 copies of Edgar Charmed Groom. 1 black, 1 white, 2 cost, legendary creature, Vampire Noble at 4/4. Other vampires you control get +1/+1. When Edgar Charmed Groom dies, returns to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. It becomes Edgar Markov's Coffin, legendary artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 white and black vampire creature token with lifelink and put a bloodline counter on Edgar Markov's Coffin. Then if there are 3 or more bloodline counters on it, remove those counters and transform it. So, once it transforms back into Edgar, now all the 1/1s that haven't died all are 2/2 vampires with lifelink. A neat little interaction you can do here is if Edgar Markov's Coffin is on the board and you have another Edgar, you can throw Edgar, and then when the Coffin has 3 tokens on it, it comes back out as Edgar. You choose which one you want, the other one goes away, and you get your Coffin back. So, it's kind of neat, unless, of course, you have 2, if they kill your Edgar with the Markov's Coffin on the board, then when it dies, it's gone because it doesn't come back again. So if they can never get rid of Edgar unless they have an exile. If they have a way to kill legendary or kill artifacts, then they can disrupt this. But it is a really fun card to play with. And then let's get into our land real quick. We have 6 snow-covered plains, 7 snow-covered swamps, 2 pathways on black-white. Only 2 because we're a snow deck. We need to make sure we're hitting it, especially not just Faceless Haven, but with that Blood on the Snow. We have 4 copies of Snowfield Sinkhole for the reason I just said, 4 Faceless Havens, and 1 Field of Ruin because there's a lot of creature lands going around. So we have ways to deal with other creature lands with our deck pretty well, but just in case we have this, and this can also help mana fix us a little if we're drawing too much of either black or white mana sources. So it plays like a control deck. You're just trying to keep your opponent not winning while you're trying to set up a board state to where you can take over the game, and then you win with the value of either Edgar or Lolth and or even the Meat Hook if you have enough little tokens out. I find myself grabbing Pet Summoning a lot early game, and then of course late game Mascot Exhibition in this deck because having creatures on the board are good for you for a lot of different reasons. So make sure you stick around till the end for the summary, and without further ado, let's go ahead now and get into some gameplay. Felix Old. Hello. Will we go first? Okay. Snow-covered plain, 2 snow-covered swamps, Professor, Eye Twitch, Shambling Gas, and a Meat Hook. I mean, it's a great opening hand. Let's get that Shambling Gas out there first. And we have a Shine Shadow Snarl against us, so the opponent might be mirror matched. Let's get Professor Symbology out there. And we have eye twitch still, so let's get that environmental science. Make sure we are definitely getting the lands we need and swing on in for one. Okay, let's go with an... first, let's swing. Because if they kill the Shambling Gas for some reason, we'll throw the Edgar. Okay, so now we will throw the Swamp, Environmental Science. We'll grab another white just to have it. Throw the Eye Twitch. Your turn. Vanishing Verse. Well, I'm glad they used it on that instead of this. Righteous Valkyrie coming down. So, let's go ahead and do the Edgar. No attacks on the turn. Another Righteous. Nice. Good for them. So, let's throw this out. Well, let's go ahead and... No. Cancel. Next turn, I'll meet Hook for 4... Going with these two. That's what we're doing. I take it all. So I think it's okay to Lolth here. To use my mana, and then even if we kill the spiders, we're getting them back, right?
Envy the strong.
I just need them to not trigger this. So, I don't think they're going to be gaining 12 health this turn. A decent amount. So, throw out the sinkhole. How do I want to do this? One, two. I have to go in with everything. Okay, that worked out for us. So now we can meet Hook for 3.
For loyalty.
Okay. Boom. And we'll take a -1 on that there, Righteous Valkyrie. I would like a few triggers, please. Thank you.
I, the generous one.
And some more spiders. I think some more spiders.
My power is for annihilation.
I mean, their hand is full, so we didn't do anything too crazy. Okay, hello.
You fight for me now.
I want some more spiders.
You win this round, but I'll be waiting.
Another Lolth, please.
I will get what I want.
Take an Eye Twitch.
You require my aid. I am merely delayed,
Vanishing Verse. Okay, that's
not
fine.
defeated.
Got a little greedy. It's cool. Legion Angel coming in. Swinging with everything.
Deal with this annoyance.
We're getting it now. This is happening. Gotta double block those. Okay, they are gonna double block it. That's fine. We'll just Deadly Dispute it. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's game over. Destroy all creatures. Pay with snow. Woo! That was ruthless. Ruthless. We have Von Salty. I'm in my chair now. We're good. Okay, we have 3 lands. Sinkhole, Snow-Covered Plains, Faceless Haven, Professor, 2 Shambling Gas, and a Deadly Dispute. We'll hold on to that. We'll throw a sinkhole out. Probably go Professor Symbology next. What in the world? Yeah, let's do that Professor Symbology. Let's grab... What do we want here? They're probably going to have, like, Lulths and stuff, so let's grab Reduce... Or Necrotic Fumes. Reduce to Memory could come later. They wanted that, I'm sure. That's fine. There comes the other Shambling Ghast. Okay, another black land. Let's go ahead and throw our own Shambling Ghast. I would double Shambling Ghast this turn, but I'm going to hold up the Deadly Dispute so we don't get, you know, the feel-bads there. They're going to just Deadly Dispute without even trying to attack. Create a treasure token. Well, let's go ahead and get ourselves a treasure token. So, let's throw a Faceless Haven. I don't know if it's the Lulth or the Edgar. I think we go Lulth. And that way, if they have a way to kill the Lulth itself, then we lose the Lulth, and then we'll have the Edgar. If they board wipe, nah, let's do the Edgar. Do an Edgar first. And I don't need a Shambling Ghast or an Eye Twitch out there right now. We just don't. So let's hold on to these treasures. Kaya.
I just want to get in, get out, and finish the job.
Really?
Get out.
Kaya. Okay. So we'll throw the Snow-Covered Swamp out. She can't do anything else now. Let's go ahead and throw the Lulth. Make some spiders.
I will show you do what I demand.
I'm gonna actually put both of these out now because if this is the board wipe that I think it is, it makes her big enough to go ahead next turn and pop again, and we could attack with Faceless, and we'll see. I overextended on purpose because I mean these two were already coming out from here, and then this gets us a card from our sideboard. This gets us a treasure. It's just more value. That Kaya, are you kidding me? Where did that come from? We got Kaya'd. I'm not super sad that they missed their land drop here. They're going to get Environmental Sciences because of the fact that they kept a greedy hand, and it was a good one, and then used all of those treasures. If they use the treasure, see, that's a net Z. Now they're not getting any more head, but next turn they'll catch up, so I'm fine with that too. Oh, I thought they threw... Okay, never mind. But still 0 net ahead. Throw the Faceless Haven. We'll go ahead and draw a card.
Good minions are loyal and deadly.
I'm gonna go ahead and Necrotic or they're gonna have blood on the snow, so I'm gonna Necrotic Fume. They already know. Cool. Do this. Well, if we hit a white land, we're good. We're going to keep this because we can go Eye Twitch and then second land, which will get us 2 land. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's lead with the Sinkhole. That way it guarantees us a turn 3 Skullport. Our opponent might be playing Mono Blue. I don't know. Let's go ahead and double Eye Twitch it up now that we've got him. Not 100% what our opponent's up to yet. No, we are Izzet. We are Izzet in the house. Let's go ahead and get that Skullport on deck, because that gives us an Edgar next turn, maybe, if they don't counter this. And then we'll go ahead and swing in, and we'll end the turn. This is probably a counter spell. Could be Alan's Epiphany. We just don't know. If they didn't have anything else to do, they would have gone ahead and done that. I'd like them to tap out so I can throw Edgar. If they don't tap out, I guess we just go Shambling Gas, Smash Face. And that holds up a Skullport draw. No, they kill the Skullport mechanic. Okay, that is actually really good for us. So now we go ahead and we throw that Edgar out there. Get in for some damages. Woo. Okay, they're going to be able to throw this turn, but then we can just Vanishing Verse it if they do. So, I mean, they need another red source as well. No red source from the opponent. We're both getting hosed on lands. Let's get in. There we go. I don't think there's any reason to not throw the Shambling Ghast here. We're still holding up the Vanishing Verse. It didn't speed up the clock any, but it does give us a token if they kill it. Okay, there we go. 3 lands each, and this deck's better than Izzet. Ryan Hamun. Hello, opponent. When we go first, we have 3 lands, Snow-Covered Swamp, Snow-Covered Plains, Sinkhole. We have Eye-Twitch, Meathook, Skullport, and a Lolth. Let's keep it and go with an Eye-Twitch. We'll go Sinkhole on turn 2 unless we have a better reason to play the Snow-Covered Plains off of our draw. Plains. Mono white? Maybe? No? Okay. So there is no reason to not throw the Sinkhole and swing on in. Pass it back to the opponent. Skullport Merchant will give us a turn 4 Lolth. Leonin, okay. Okay, I don't mind that at all. Because of the fact that we have got a Meathook right here, and we can obliterate their board. No attacks, because they can get crazy. And I want to be able to block also. I mean, 1 creature, I think we're fine. But that way, if they do attack, I can block with the Eye-Twitch and get into my sideboard. Here comes the Skyclave Apparition. That's fine. You know what? No, we take the 2. I'd rather get some more usefulness off of Lolth. So we're going to Lolth here, hoping they can't kill her. And then we'll Meathook the next turn. But if they kill her, they kill her. Either way, turn 4 Lolth. Strong, no attacks. Let's protect her. Clarion Spirit. Oh, this is going to feel good when I Meathook in a second. Portable Hole. Is that going to be the Eye-Twitch? Good for them. No? Okay. A Spider. Guiding Voice. They're pumped for the turn. Extended Anatomy isn't going to do anything. We are going to be Meathooking this turn for 3. If they come in, we're blocking. Yep, you can attack. Yep. We'll chump. Chump, 2 blocks. Get into the sideboard. We have 5 lands showing. So 5, 5. What is going to be our best bet here? Probably Pest Summoning, in my opinion. We get a land. Let's go ahead and do this for 2 is plenty, right? And why have mana left over? No, cancel, cancel, cancel. I'm not creating spiders right now. So let's see. Okay.
It's bold to bargain with me.
Whoosh. I would like my 3/3 token. That's all you gotta do against that deck. Boop. Okay, Brew Crew, that is gonna do it for Orzhov Control. And I mean, you're playing against either just straight fast decks right now or control decks, in my opinion. A whole lot of aggressive decks, tons of mono white, tons and tons and tons. In fact, just too much mono white, in my opinion. So I feel like the deck does need a few a little bit more early game removal, especially I'm starting to see a few more decks like Werewolves again, Gruul, and so Vanishing Verse just doesn't help us out there. So I do think I'm going to be bringing in 3 Infernal Grasps. I think 3 is plenty because of the fact that we can actually gain life with Meat Hook Massacre, but we do lose life with Fell Stinger if we draw with Lull, stuff like that. So we do want to be careful. I think 3 is plenty. If you're not seeing a whole bunch of dragons, you could go Power Word Kill, but I'm going to go with those 3. And, you know, the meta's so fast, we're going to drop 1 Lolth, we're going to drop 1 Edgar, and I think that the best other thing to drop, just in my opinion, is probably going to be the Professor of Symbology. We have Eye Twitch to get into our sideboard otherwise, but that's a personal choice. If you're seeing a lot of things with a 2 defense, maybe you keep in that 4th Professor and drop 1 Eye Twitch, because you still have plenty of ways to get in your sideboard. I mean, you have 7 ways naturally, plus you can bring things back with Blood on the Snow. I think that's a solid change there. Sideboard's pretty good for me because I have lots and lots of different interactions depending on what I need to do, but you can always change the sideboard up any way you want based on the current meta and what you're facing a lot. So what do I think is a good cards to use your wild cards on? Vanishing Verse is a very solid card. If the meta switches to a whole bunch of dual color cards, and then maybe not so much, but at the moment, you know, Ren and 7s and dragons flying around, things like that, I think this is a perfectly fine card to craft. Blood on the Snow is definitely been pretty solid, so I think those are set. Meat Hook Massacre is phenomenal. Let's see, uncommons and commons, we are not worried about. Pretty inexpensive deck in the middle. It's just the front side and the back side and the lands. Edgar, I think it's a good card. I don't know, you know, the fact that there is a lot of Izzet, and Izzet can just kill the legendary artifact with, you know, with its command and stuff like that. And there's a lot of exile effects in the game right now, especially like even Skyclave Apparition just takes that out. So maybe you don't craft that. I think it's fun in this deck, something to do a little bit different in this kind of a shell. But if you have one, maybe craft one. If you don't have any, maybe you just don't play this deck unless you really think it looks fun and you have a bunch of wild cards. Lolth is super strong. I think you're safe to craft those. And then, of course, lands are always a safe buy, in my opinion, based on the fact that they go in so many different kind of decks. And then I never think there's anything wrong with crafting at least one of any lesson that you ever want to play, whether it's a rare, as in the Academic and the Confront, or the Mascot Exhibition. So that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment and rate the video. We get 1 point for both, but if you do both, we get 4 points. 4 is a way better number than 2. In fact, it's double as far as my math goes. Please make sure you subscribe. It's fast, it's free, and it means the world to me over here. Hit that notification bell so you know when we have new content come out. And as always, until next time, have a blast in the arena.